Bitter criticism reading the genocide dossier as usual. But first I'm just showing the landscape as usual. I guess I'm going to get a windows in the opposite side. Very remarkable, isn't it? Just a little more, a little more. Woo! Containers, container magic container something. And that's it. What I was saying is that these people right here in Chile, they believe in the magical container. That's what they believe. The magical container. So here we go to the. So here we go. Just a second. This is a holiday here. There's a lot of drunks. I don't mind, but I'm going to read the Al Jazeera. What I mean about magical containers is that they don't believe in, they don't even understand how things are produced. You know, they just believe the magical container will bring down the iPhone and so on. Their Nike sneakers and so on. 9 killed, 2,750 wounded in Hezbollah Pager blasts across Lebanon. Live updates, but I call this genocide dossier, the daily genocide dossier, latest hour. Yesterday I didn't read because I was, maybe I should. Unfortunately, look, listen. In 1 week ahead, there will still be genocide. There will still be. Killing people, dozens of people dying. You cannot see the details, but there's a very poor guy in the supermarket asking for money. That's it. Poverty, extreme poverty in Chile. Anyway, that's the global south. That's liberalism failure. Liberalism failure. So next week, unfortunately, I will be covering the genocide dossier in Portuguese. I don't remember exactly in which page. Maybe, I guess this is the best page, Al Jazeera. But other than that, I'm not sure about it. I'm not sure which. Maybe anyone, any. I will read some article, from a Portuguese channel. But by now, I'm going to do my genocide dossier on Al Jazeera latest hour. Live updates. Israel war on Gaza live. 9 killed in Lebanon as Hezbollah pagers explode. By Farah Najjar. 17 September 2024. At least 9 people, including a girl, have been killed, and 2,750 wounded in simultaneous explosions of buggers used by Hezbollah members across Lebanon. The Lebanese group says it holds Israel fully responsible for the deadly blasts. And 1 minute ago, at least 20 killed across Gaza so far today. That's what I tried to find when I came here to Al Jazeera, but it's absolutely unfortunate. I'll tell you, this kind of average, 20 killed. It's a lot, but this is average for Gaza standards, unfortunately. Palestinian Civil Defense Agency spokesman Mahmoud Bassal says at least 12 people have been killed in 3 separate attacks in northern Gaza City. At least 7 people died in 2 separate attacks in Gaza's central area, and the body of 1 person has been retrieved from Rafah in Gaza's south, he said. Bassal also reported several injuries across the strip, without providing extra figures. And 20 minutes ago, UN Special Coordinator denounces Lebanon attacks. The UN Special Coordinator for Lebanon, Janine Hennish-Plashert, says she deplores the attack across Lebanon, warning it, quote, marked an extremely concerning escalation. Earlier pagers used by Hezbollah detonated in Beirut and other parts of Lebanon, leaving thousands wounded and killing at least 9, including a young girl. Well, this is from Hezbollah actually, not from Israel. So I will say, I'm not sure. Well, this is not genocide. Well, this one as an attack was a massacre of 9 people, but it was not the Israeli genocide. Since then, Israel and Hezbollah have exchanged fire daily, coming close to a full-blown war on several occasions and forcing tens of thousands on both sides on the border to evacuate their homes. I guess these 9, maybe they are Israeli former people, former live people. Hezbollah began striking Israel almost immediately after the Hamas attack in October that sparked Israel's devastating war on Gaza. Since then, Israel and Hezbollah have exchanged fire daily, coming close to a full-blown war on several occasions and forcing tens of thousands. I just read that 22 minutes ago. Harris calls for end to war in Gaza, no Israeli reoccupation. Interesting, isn't it? I guess that's what Israel should do. Because that's enough, for me, reading all in daily basis all these dead people. Why not they just don't come to Chile? All these Palestinians in danger, in serious danger, or Norway, or anybody, or any place, it's better than die. Anyway, U.S. Democratic presidential candidate Kamala Harris calls for an end to the Israeli war on Gaza and says Israel must not reoccupy the besieged Palestinian enclave once the nearly year-old conflict is over. Speaking in Philadelphia to the National Association of Black Journalists, she called for a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, a two-state solution and Middle East stability in a way that does not empower Iran. Oh, she went to Egypt. No, it's not Philadelphia corridor. It's Philadelphia city, I guess. Yeah, Philadelphia is a city. I'm not sure where. I'm not sure the name of the state. Maybe the state calls Philadelphia. I will check it out later. Quote from Kamala Harris: "We've made ourselves very clear this deal needs to get done in the best interest of everyone in the region." End of quote. Harris, the U.S. Vice President, said in response to questions asked by reporters. You know what is very interesting? the debate between Harris and Trump 1 week ago. I didn't saw. Brazilian Trotskyist media says Trump won the debate. Russian control state media said Harris won the match. I guess Russia says that because is a counter propaganda. Understand? If Russia Today says is I like an alibi. Understand? Russia is saying that not to share Trump, because what Russia really wants is Trump winning the election. So that's why they say Harris won the debate. Understand what I'm saying? Counter psychology. Anyway, so we have a photograph, Democratic presidential nominee, Vice President Kamala Harris. She was. And 32 minutes ago, paggers. Well, I don't know what's a pagger. I don't know what is a pagger. If I remember, I will check it out. I will search for it. Paggers that exploded were a new brand, Hezbollah officials. This is kind of bomb, I guess. It's kind of bomb, something. The communication devices, I know, this is a communication device. Paggers that exploded were a new brand, Hezbollah official. The communications devices that blew up in Lebanon and Syria had apparently been acquired by Hezbollah after the group's leader ordered members in February to stop using mobile phones, warning they could be tracked by Israeli intelligence. An unnamed Hezbollah official told the Associated Press the paggers were a new brand, but declined to say how long they had been in use. Experts said the pagger explosions point to a sophisticated, long-planned operation possibly carried out by infiltrating the supply chain and rigging the paggers with explosives before they were imported to Lebanon. And 42 minutes ago now, stop foreseeable transfer of Palestinian herding communities. UN Human Rights Office tells Israel. Stop forcible transfer on Palestinian herding communities. UN Human Rights Office tells Israel. Yeah, but this is just what happened. It's already happened in the north part of Gaza. Maybe I sound like a real Zionist, but that's it. There's nothing to do. Well, people are saying that Israel is actually losing the war, and they always been losing because of the media. I mean, people say that we have the impression that Israel always won so thoroughly, so hard, in a hard way, in a total way, completely annihilating Palestinians. They say this because this is a lie, a media lie, understand? But I don't think so. Anyway, let's just read this news. Stop forcible transfer of Palestinian herding communities. UN Human Rights Office tells Israel. The UN Human Rights Office has denounced ongoing Israeli settlers attacks and harassment of the community of Al-Muarajad, one of the last two remaining Palestinian Bedouin communities between Ramallah and Jericho. The attacks, the OHCHR said, are being perpetrated with the complicity of Israeli forces and cities. An incident that took place yesterday that we reported on, wherein Israeli settlers attacked the mixed primary school of the Arab Al-Mulayhat in Muarajat area and nearby homes for hours. Quote, they assaulted teachers, pupils, and activists present in the village as protective presence with sticks and iron bars. 9 Palestinians were injured during the attack, including 3 Palestinian women who sustained hairline fractures, 4 women teachers, and a foreign activist, the OHCHR said. It also said that when Israeli forces arrived, instead of stopping the attack, they arrested the school primary and other community member. Quote, these assaults are taking place within a concerted attack on the community, calculated to force them to leave their land and homes. The attack on Al Muarajat community follows the recent foreseeable displacement of other tens of long-standing Bedouins communities from the Jordan Valley. More than 1,600 Palestinians from herding and farming communities have been forced to leave their homes since October 7th, following settler violence and systematic restrictions on access to water, grazing land, and basic needs. With the conclusion of Israeli authorities, the office said. Well, I'm going to read the last one because I didn't get what happened with Hezbollah. So 1 hour ago, analysis: security breach from Pagar's blast in a multi-layered problem for Hezbollah. Seatar, a defense researcher, says the security breach that resulted in a series of Pagar blasts is a multi-layered problem for the Lebanese group Hezbollah. Quote, it's a problem mainly with communication, Attar told Al Jazeera. He said there are 3 possibilities how the sabotage was executed. 1. The cargo of Pagars was intercepted and weaponized. 2. One of the device's components was compromised somewhere in the supply chain. And 3. The microprocessors were targeted and overloaded, causing the batteries to blow up. You know, this time it got nothing to do with these heroes over there, the statues. This was in May, and this holiday is the national holiday. There's 2 gun violence holidays, gunfire violence.